my phone ring, hello. Said he capping, but won't step, you know. Every time he sell me, that's phone, hello. Bling, bling, blow, mad. I'm like, wow, what did I do now? Don't you get me, okay? I might pull a ticket out of my account, okay? Just to show you how to count, okay? Lewis, don't compare me to these, they don't do enough. They can't walk it in my shoes because I'm booted up. I got opposition showing me computer love. Ram inside the club, I got no worries today. I get paid to party on a permanent base. That's true. Only time we link is meet and greet. On and off the jet, cause I got places to be. Alright. Business as usual. Usually I wouldn't smile if it cost a couple thousands or millions. And millions and millions and millions. Okay, alright. Business as usual. Usually I wouldn't smile unless it cost a couple thousands or millions. And millions and millions and millions. But that's because I'm standing on business. I deserve the flex and I have God as my witness. Police tried to slow me down, but they couldn't stop it. I got platinum plaques like I got cars in my wallet. I got millions. Got the fuck inside my bag and out my feelings. Got a couple carbon copies, I got children. Only that's around me's my Brazilian. Moving militant, no regular.
It's Week 10 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the 49ers and the Jags, and it comes your way next.
On the banks of the St. Johns River, there's a good look inside Everbank Stadium here in downtown Jacksonville. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in mired in a brutal stretch right now, losers of 8 straight games.
Can you imagine going 2 straight months without winning a game and still trying to hold it together? They've got to find...
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Leading them out, someone who took the league by storm last year is the most famous Mr. Irrelevant ever. From Iowa State, it's Brock Purdy.
There weren't many bigger stories last season than Purdy, who's officially the most famous Mr. Irrelevant of all time. Won each of his first 5 starts and almost guided his team to a Super Bowl. He's really forced the team to reevaluate its plans at quarterback because he looks like the real deal.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
As always, no rooting interest here, but that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
McCaffrey on the counter. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. You look at this Jaguar defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with career touchdown number 70. And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Now ETN to start the drive. And some room to run now. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
ETN once more. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. From the gun, here's Fields. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Fields now to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They snap it to Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Out of the gun, Fields. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. The Jaguars at 0-8 now on the year. And you'd like to say, let's put the first half behind us and start over, but it's likely not going to be that easy.
It never is it? Because a lot of people say, look forward, let's go ahead and start rebuilding. Let's think about the draft and free agency. But you have a bunch of people in that locker room that are saying, don't give up on us now. We still have our pride, and we still have a chance to win some games.
Fields. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. Back to throw, Fields. These guys running back out of the backfield. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
A shotgun snap, Fields steps away to his left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Justin Fields, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
They talk about built to run the football, whether you're calling it on design running plays or him breaking out into the open field after trying to pass the football. Justin Fields knows where the end zone is. 8 rushing touchdowns last season. Only Jalen Hurts had more.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good. touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Up the gut, McCaffrey. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Connects with Kittle underneath. He's in the space past the 25. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. Yeah, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw into the hands of Kirk. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going to go. It's Fields. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
10 yards on the play. That's good for a Jaguars. 1st down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
To throw is Fields. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Those chains. That's good for another Jacksonville. First and 10 at the 40.
On first down, it's Fields. Airing this one out for Evans. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And this one not going anywhere. They gave it to 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Where's your car at? Stay on point, fellas. Gonna do it.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. Hey, Ken. Easy.
And they are going for it. Fields. And they hit him as he throws.